What's good, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of Carter Sports Coverage. I'm your boy SB Cash.
I'm your boy Ryan.
Back with it this week, man.
Man, had to take a hiatus, man. Was going through some things, man.
You already know he back with the show. We got a Super Bowl contenders. We got Super Bowl contenders, man. That's really what I'm going to talk about first. In this episode of Carter Sports Coverage, we're going to talk about a little bit what went on in the conference championships in the NFL, and then we're going to dip into the NBA, talk just a tad bit just to start it off. You feel me? Let's get it popping. So, Cincinnati Bengals on the way to the Super Bowl after taking out the Kansas City Chiefs, bro, in overtime in a game that it looked like the Chiefs had killed them in early in the game in the first half. They get that push. It really was no push because Kansas City didn't score the second half. So, man, what did you see from that game?
Listen,
the biggest thing, what's the
I'm
biggest
gonna tell you what
takeaway?
I've seen.
Biggest takeaway.
I'm about to tell you the biggest takeaway. I was watching the game, you feel me, chilling. I see Chiefs come out whooping ass. You feel me? I'm texting my man's Bengals. Popping my shit, you know, I see a score today taking off. You feel me? I'm sipping my shit. I fall asleep. Halftime, boom, I missed the whole third. Wake up, the game's tied. Joe Burrow's driving. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Bro.
I'm salty. I don't know. I see the highlights. Lineman end up picking off my owns. You feel me? This wild shit happened. I'm like, shit, they fought back though. I mean, Bengals deserve it. I hate that they here. I hate that they playing y'all in the Super Bowl. This is one of the worst Super Bowls I can remember. But I mean, they deserve it. I like Joe for real. I've been fucking with Joe since LSU. I like Jamar. I mean, LSU Bengals, they got something going.
You fuck with
Respect.
Mixon? You fuck with Mixon? You fuck with Joe Mixon?
No, he could dance and shit.
You ain't really a fan of him.
No, I ain't no fan. I respect him though. I don't think he sucked, but I ain't no fan.
Right. So I'm watching this game. I'm like, okay, Chiefs come out. And when I was talking to my Vince is a Bengals fan. That's our friend. I was talking to him for the game. I'm like, what y'all don't want to do is get buried, be down early, and let them get that big advantage.
And you
right?
know, right? My bad. You know what was next? They was down what? 11?
No, it was 21-3.
No, at half. Because remember they
21-3, right?
no,
Or am I tripping?
not at half. Because listen,
Or
they
21-10.
could have went up. Remember, they should have went to
could've.
3 and they could have went up a couple more, but they went for the touchdown. Got stopped at like the 1 or the 2 and didn't get nothing.
Right.
That's what did it. That
Was
was
it
game changing right there.
21-10, and it could have been 24-10.
Yep.
They didn't make it. That was game changing.
Yeah,
Right there.
Because then they end up being down only 10, and then that was what they was down the first game. They came back and beat the Chiefs.
Right.
The first game they was down. That's why I'm like, damn. They
Right.
feel me? That's motivated. They know they can do it again. They
So-
was down the same amount. That was crazy.
I'm watching it like, bro, like I don't get why coaches just. Sometimes it's cool to take the 3. Like I'm maybe that's just me. I'm always with taking the 3. You always want to leave with something and not leave with nothing. And in that instance, they left with nothing. But the whole shocker to me is them not scoring in the second half, and then it's like he got the ball first in overtime.
Right. That pick where everybody thought
when
that
I
was
seen
that
that, I'm like Bengals. I'm like they had me believing, but then when the ball went to bro in overtime, I'm like, damn, great season, Cincinnati. I ain't gonna lie.
And then on the
that.
deep when the Tariq Hill, I thought that bitch just hit the ground. I ain't said
Oh,
that. Bro
yeah.
started returning it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. Bro just threw a pick. They ain't even about to punt it. Get field position. He throw a pick. Now you feel me? Field goal win it. I'm like, oh yeah, it's slow.
They rose to the occasion, man. I'm glad to see. I like shit like that, man. I definitely thought the Chiefs would win that game, but I like seeing shit upsets like that because, like, shit.
A different upset, I would have been happy if it was another team in there. I'd have been. You know,
I like Burrow and them. I like the defense too.
I definitely respect what they got going on. That's a quick ass turnaround. That let you know quarterback can.
Right.
You feel me? How big
Turn the
QB is,
franchise,
turn the whole shit
get you a
around.
new coach, new quarterback, and just let you. The same thing we did, I feel like. But all right, then to the next game. Rams took out the 49ers. Tough game by 3. By a field goal at the end, bro. Tell me what you seen from this game. What you got from this game. What you think the biggest keys was to it.
The biggest key is Jimmy gone. You know what I mean?
You think Jimmy was the problem in this game for the Niners?
Hell yeah. It was passes, the throws that he just couldn't make. I swear to, it was just nuts. You feel me? Because the same thing with y'all. When y'all was there, y'all had the team. You feel me? But big situations from third or something was open there. You feel me? Golf couldn't make. You feel me? Just to keep the sticks moving or hit that one big pass. Now y'all got the man that could do that. That's why I feel like the same Niners in the same situation. They got everything they need. Jimmy, you feel me? Just couldn't make that one pass if you move the sticks, or you feel me?
Right.
So that's what the biggest take I got is from Jimmy gone. They need to be in a running for it. Either bring Trey Lance up, you feel me, or bring another QB.
Right.
Debo still did Debo things.
Nah, listen, this is what I want to say. Like, bro, I just had to talk my shit because I'm happy,
I definitely respect Stafford, though, but I've been respecting Stafford even before he got there. Like, I've been seeing, even though he was in Detroit, I've been seeing he could make all the throws.
Right. He definitely, I think he is definitely the difference maker why we are in the Super Bowl. And looking at the opponents and the games we've been in, I do think he was the guy that we needed this year for that type of situation. I don't know. It's not to knock golf, but like what we had seen in the past, I don't think golf would have been equipped for these type of games. Like that Tampa Bay game, this past game against
that game against Tampa, golf ain't making that fading back, deep past the cut. He ain't hitting that period.
You know what I mean? That's just got to be in you. So it's like I like that, but I do want to say, look, I talk shit to 49er fans. Hey, good season though, 49ers. Look, nobody expected y'all to be there either. Debo is a beast. I gotta give him his credit. They always do plays good. It's always a good game when we see him. You gotta like good competition. So I had to talk my shit, but now that it's all over, good job 49ers. But Rams go to the Super Bowl, so we got Bengals taking on Rams. We're not gonna break that down for y'all this weekend. We're gonna break that down for y'all next weekend. We just wanted to let y'all know that's how the Super Bowl looking in LA this year. So now,
all right, back-to-back home teams. Representing the Super Bowl, Tampa Bay, New York.
I think it's good for
after
the league.
It ain't happening forever. That shit crazy. Now it happened back to back.
I always was saying that year that Minnesota almost did it. I'm like, I wanted them to do it just for that reason. But now, we had it back to back years. So let's switch it to the NBA basketball talk, fellas. Let's get into it. We ain't talked about it all season. This is the first time in Carter Sports Clubs we're breaking into basketball. Anything you want to say before I start taking off in this convo?
Nah, man, I ain't paid to keep it over. Honestly, I ain't paid too much attention to the NBA season.
My team
waiting for the NFL to be over with. Now that my team is out of it, I really ain't got too much to see.
So who's your team in the NBA?
I don't got a team.
Who's your favorite?
That's
player?
the thing. You feel me? The thing about the NBA, I always been like that. I never had an NBA team.
Favorite player?
Just people. You feel me? The players they move around too much in the NBA for me. So it's hard for me to have the favorite NBA team.
Right.
But so I'll just be known for different players that I fuck with.
So basically, whoever you root for your favorite player is who the team you root for. So who's your favorite player?
I mean, I don't even got a favorite player. LeBron. I'm going for Bron. You feel me? If I want somebody to win, you feel me?
LeBron James.
Yeah. But that don't seem like that's gonna happen.
Yeah. As y'all know, my team, the Lakers. My favorite player in the league is Donovan Mitchell, but my favorite team is the Lakers. But I want to talk about these standings. Let's talk about these standings, okay? The Eastern Conference is looking very competitive this year. I like what I see from the Eastern Conference, okay? Number one, you got Chicago Bulls at the number one spot in the East right now. Shout out to Zach LaVine. Shout out to DeMar DeRozan. It's been huge for that team. Lonzo Ball coming in, contributing. Alex Caruso. They got it going in Chicago. And that was a team. I liked the additions, but I didn't think they'd make too much noise. But now seeing them play, it's really a team you got to look at. And they got Vucic from Orlando, too. So it's like, they got a big four, essentially. So you really got to look out for them. Coming in the 2 spot, you got the Philadelphia 76ers.
Ben been playing?
Ben is irrelevant. He don't play.
That's the second city with no Ben.
That's because Joel Embiid is having an MVP type season.
He always do.
That's what I say. Like, he always puts this up. I really want them to pair him with another great player so he can really maximize. Like, I feel like he can be. On most nights, he's the best center in the league. Like, it'd be Jokic sometimes from Denver, but on most nights it's Joel. So I feel like I want them. I would love to see Dame Lillard go here, man. I'm saying that because I want him. I doubt it happened, but I would love that.
He's stuck
right, because you know how Dame feeling. He wants to stay important. Next team we coming in at the 3 spot. This was the team I was high on coming in from the offseason. Miami Heat. Kyle Lowry. Jimmy Butler, Bam, they've been battling some injuries as far as keeping that whole chemistry of them playing together intact, but they still got some things cooking. Tyler Hero's been having a great year. I like the Miami Heat. That's my sleeper pick to come out the East. I said that before the season started. I like that team. And everybody they added with the Morris brother and then PJ Tucker, and I like their toughness, bro. At 4, we got Cleveland Cavaliers having a good season. At 5, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. That's the champs. Looking crazy at the 5 spot right now. But they are still in the offense. At 6, we got the Brooklyn Nets. Faded out that top spot. Faded out from the favorites in the East right now. Definitely for sure. Number 7, Charlotte Hornets. LaMelo Ball's taking that team to another level, even though they're 7. And then Toronto Raptors at 8. That's actually shocking. Because I didn't see that coming. Got a whole bunch of teams: Boston, Atlanta, Knicks, Wizards, all not in. It's a close race right now, but right now, if the playoffs ended today, they would not be in. So, who's your top 3 teams that you like coming out the East? That's what I asked you.
Bulls.
You gonna give me the top 3 that's actually right
the
now?
Bulls, the Bucks, Nets.
Bulls.
1, 5, 6. I
Bulls,
think the Bucks
Bucks.
end up figuring it out. Nets end up figuring it out.
Right.
And the Bulls.
Because if you really think Milwaukee and the Nets being low really means nothing, because once they get to the offs, they gotta play them. You feel me? It's just with the type of season they have. But my top 3 teams, I'll say Miami. I'm looking at Miami. I'm looking at the Bulls. And man, looking at it realistically, the only other team I know that can do it is just like you said, Milwaukee. It's too crazy of a race. I really want to believe in Philly. But I just can't without that other superstar. Like, Joel's going to give you the 30 tonight. And then who else is going to push him over the hump? I mean, I thought it would be Tobias Harris, but it's not been lately. I mean,
he signed that deal. He ain't been,
you know what I mean?
I feel like he done took a step back.
Yeah, so that's our top 3 teams in the East. Now let's move to the West. Definitely not what people expected this year. A lot different. A lot of things looking different. Let's talk about it. First team in the West, Phoenix Suns.
Picking up where they left off.
Going to the finals last year. Definitely, I love their team. I love everything they do, how they play and everything. Number 2, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. Back with it, Klay Thompson.
That's surprising. Didn't see that.
I kind of did, but I not being so good, like 2, but I definitely seen them.
They was 1 for the longest.
Right. They was 1 for the longest, but now they are 2. They're 2 games behind the Phoenix Suns. Number 3, you got Memphis Grizzlies, man. Shout out to Ja Morant.
Right.
Ja Morant taking this league by storm, man.
He MVP right now from what I just seen. You feel me? Highlights and shit. This nigga in the highlights every damn day. Damn, they're doing something crazy, and then they keep going on like what? You feel me? A little 7-game win streak here, right. 10 games. You feel me?
And that's because of him.
Right.
Like without him, they not 3 right now, for sure. Number 4 is the Utah Jazz. Good team. You know who they got. You know the pieces they got. They got good pieces. Rudy Gobert is leading the league in field goal percentage. The highest field goal percentage in the league. I think at like 70%. He's going nuts. Like I mean, it's a lot of at the rim shots. Right. But I mean, 70% is nuts. I like Donovan Mitchell. But we'll see. It's time for the Utah to make that jump.
To be one of them teams.
They gotta make that jump.
The Celtics over there on the east side like that. They gonna be a good team every year. You feel me?
Yeah.
They gonna compete, but then when it comes time to the Alls, something happens.
Right. Next team coming in at 5, we got the Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah. Last time I looked,
because Luka wasn't playing for a while, but he came back, so they've been winning a little bit. Dallas at 5. At 6, you got Denver Nuggets, reigning MVP, Nikola Jokic. I'm sorry. Denver Nuggets at the 6th spot. 7th spot, you got the Minnesota Timberwolves. Shout out to that, because they was one of the worst teams in the league last year. And at the 8th spot, you got the LA Clippers. LA Clippers, not the Lakers, at the 8th spot right now. Team still in the hunt. You got the Lakers right behind them. Portland Trail Blazers, New Orleans Pelicans. Saints and them probably, I said Saints. Spurs and them probably ain't doing nothing. So who?
Top 3 out of there. I got top 3.
Talk.
The top 3.
Top 3.
The top 3. This is the top 3.
Phoenix, Golden State, Memphis.
Yep.
Okay, I like that.
I don't got no, like I just said, I'm losing faith in the Jazz. I respect their team and like what they be doing, but I don't know. Some just don't be clicking when they play all the time. Dallas, Luka can't do it by himself.
Right.
Phoenix, complete team. Like you said, I like the way they play. Warriors got them dynamic players. For me, Clay back. That's sparking the whole team. They already was playing good without him. And Ja just playing on another level right now. So shit, I got the top 3. This in the top 3.
All right, my top 3 in the West would be Phoenix Suns, definitely. I feel like they have the best chemistry out of everybody. Like Golden State would be my second, and I feel like they have good chemistry too. But Klay did just come back, but it seems like he's worked in just fine.
Yeah, they got the best away record in the league.
Yep.
The Suns.
Yep. So I would put Golden State at 2. And then at 3, I still like the Utah Jazz. I mean, I know they've been coming up short in the playoffs, but I like that
so
team.
Jazz over Memphis.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
That Ja shit fizzle out.
Yeah, I definitely feel like Ja.
But they got a good team though, bro. It's Ja, you feel me? But
they do.
They got some pieces. That bro that be playing D, what's his name? Light skinned dude.
Bane or
Devin
Brooks?
Brooks, I like Brooks.
They got Desmond Bane. I mean, yeah, Desmond Bane. He's been taking off. Of course, what's the boy in the middle? Jackson,
Young Jackson. Yep. They got some pieces.
Steven Adams. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
I mean, I do like the Grizzlies. I do think it fizzles out though, depending on the matchup they get.
They got to. He going too crazy right now.
I would say the Jazz is the third spot.
If he keep playing the way he is right now, you got to win MVP. Ja, what you think?
I would say DeRozan, Ja.
You got DeRozan over Ja?
No, I got Joel right now.
But I give if you balling in the West and then you balling in the East, I'm gonna give you more credit for balling in the West.
True, because it is better in the West. I'm looking at. I thought Joel Embiid had an MVP season last year. I said that I thought he would have won last year, but they gave it to Joker. So I'm really looking at Embiid to win it this year. I mean, look, bro, they're number 2 in the East, and he lost Ben.
They be there. That's where they been. I feel like they be like that. But he
lost his whole other superstar. Right. Ben, you feel me? And he still do it. So I feel like it's just and then like fantasy-wise, I know this don't even mean shit, but if you go play fantasy, he takes off every time you get Embiid. Like he gonna be a lot of money, but he gonna get you like 100, 200 points, 150-something points every time. So like he take off. I like Joel Embiid at that. But the last thing I want to say on this NBA talk is Lakers, my team. I just want to say in the offseason, I said we should get DeMar DeRozan, Kyle Lowry, any good type of efficient type guard, great shooter, Buddy Hield would have been. I thought we should have got them way before we even mentioned getting Russell Westbrook. They went with Westbrook. It's not that I don't like Westbrook. I just feel like his style of play does not fit, especially with LeBron and AD. And now we're in this predicament where we're sitting looking on the outside. We never can get the 3 on the court at the same time. LeBron's either hurt, AD's hurt. Russell's the only one that's playing all the time, you feel me? And like he does deserve some criticism for the turnovers and all that, but as I'm watching, I can't blame it all on Russ. Like the coaching is bad. Frank Vogel has been horrible. We don't play big lineups. We have Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan, 2 of the best rebounders, sitting on the bench, not getting no minutes. And I don't like the way this team's set. We don't have defense, can't defend and pick and roll.
Just keep up. Frankie got to be out of there.
He got to, but his job, I don't know what's going on right now. Hopefully they can get together, but right now we're looking at getting in the play-in. Hopefully jumping in the play-in to make the 8th, 7th spot. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I wanted to say on the Lakers, man. That's the end of NBA talk. You got anything you want to add on that? Anything you're looking out for?
I'm gonna get more into it. You know what I mean? I'm waiting for, like I said, I was waiting for the NFL season to end, but I'm gonna get more into it. Start watching these games, see what's going on.
All right, yes, sir. And that's the end of Carter Sports coverage for the week. Next week we'll be back with the big preview of the Super Bowl for Bengals versus Rams. Stay tuned. Shout out to Feed Me Sandwich Kings. Come get you a sandwich, bro.
Come get you one.
Hey, and shout out to DJ Marv, man. The man always taking care of the camera ops. And we're going to holler at y'all next week, man. Peace.
Yeah.